Pickup truck buyers speak with their wallets, and for decades now, the voices have cried out that the Ford F-150 is the king of the land. Chevrolet's Silverado isn't far behind though. How do the two trucks fare when stacked side by side? Let's take a look. First off, let's talk about where these two are similar. Both the Chevy and the Ford sport standard non-cyber styling. Each one has a diesel version available, and each one can be optioned out to the moon, turning it into what's essentially a luxury car in truck form. You'll start at $30,000 with the F-150 and the Silverado, and you can spend over $70,000 on either, should you be so inclined. Let's dive deeper though, because there are clear differences between the blue oval and the bow tie. Chevy has a more recent redesign, with the Silverado getting an overhaul in 2019. This means its designers and engineers have carved out a bit more space inside and out compared to the F-150, which was redesigned back in 2015. The Chevy looks a bit more substantial with its fresher lines, but the F-150 may just be a tad easier to find the edges when parking. On the inside, both trucks are nicely equipped. The Chevy, oddly, doesn't get the level of interior refresh given to the exterior styling. It's right on par with Ford's, despite the F-150 tech being a few years older. Both trucks could learn a thing or two from what's going on inside the 2020 Ram 1500. Still, we're more fans of the Ford Sync system than the infotainment in the Silverado. Both trucks have a run of engines ranging from V6 to potent V8, but Chevy has a neat trick up its sleeve with an available turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. It's a 2.7-liter unit that produces 310 horsepower, 348 pound-feet of torque, and puts a beating on Ford's entry-level 3.3-liter V6. On the diesel side, it would appear that the Silverado again takes an engine win, but that would be just on paper. Both Chevy and Ford utilize 3-liter turbo diesel 6-cylinder engines. The F-150 is a V6 and the Silverado is an inline 6. The Chevy sees 277 horsepower and 460 pound-feet of torque versus 250 horsepower and 440 pound-feet of torque on the F-150, yet the Chevy tows 9,300 pounds compared to between 10,100 and 11,400 for the Ford. And that F-150 diesel will return 30 miles per gallon on the highway when you're not hauling. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention the Raptor here, of course. Chevy currently doesn't have anything that matches the performance of the Desert Dashing All-Star. There's the Colorado ZR2, but that's a class down and a lot slower. To sum up, both trucks have a lineup of great engine choices. Chevy has a much better entry-level engine, while Ford has the edge on the diesel side. Both have interiors that are fine, but due for an upgrade. And if you want to dance in the dirt and dust, you need to order a Raptor. But if you're shopping for a full-size truck, there's a good chance your mind has been made up from the beginning. Truck buyers are a loyal group. Where do you stand?